Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of In the Beer Garden, where I'm back in the hot seat this week. You might not have seen me for the last couple of shows, been a little bit busy doing some work with Sky Sports Racing, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck into some Hong Kong action. And I'm joined, as usual, by Charene Woo and also as well the right man, Steve Shanks. How's it going, Charene? Are we confident of finding some winners at Happy Valley tomorrow?
Yes, thank you, Chris. Happy to see you back to our meeting again. Just now, I have quite good tipping on the Cheltenham Festival day one, and I hope that I will have more winner on Wednesday night in Hong Kong over Happy Valley.
Yeah, obviously, we've got the Cheltenham Festival this week, but still want to be keeping an eye at the racing at Happy Valley. And like you said, hopefully we can find some winners. How about you, Steve? You confident we can find some winners this week?
I'm always confident beforehand, Chris. Nice to see you. Yes, always wiser after the event, after race 9, but hopefully we'll get a few winners on the card, yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. So as usual, we're going to be going through the triple trio races, which is races 5, 6 and 7. We'll also as well have David's long shot, and we'll round off the video by giving our nap. So let's get straight into it then. We're going to be going into race 5. That is 12:45 UK time. It's the Renfrew handicap over a mile. We'll go to Charene here first. What did we like in race 5?
In race 5, my favorite one will be number 8, Red Brick Fighter, and his victory on 7th of February over 6 furlong at Happy Valley was quite solid, and he won by 2 lengths and he beats the favorite Victory in Hand. And last time out, this horse up in distance to 1650 meters, and I think it was not an easy move, but Red Brick Fighter still finished good because he jumped well and lead. The pace was a bit faster than the standard. So he was a bit weakened in the final stage, and he was beaten by just a short margin. I would like to give him one more chance on Wednesday night because he is expected to lead again this time. But in this field, we can see that there is not many possible leader in this race. So I think Matthew Poon would be controlling better than last time. So if he can handle the horse well, and if the horse jumps well, there's a good chance for him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there is a lack of pace in this race, and he's certainly one of the most informed contenders. I think he's definitely going to go very close. How about you, though, Steve? Do you agree with Charene, or are you going elsewhere?
I did like Red Brick Fighter, but I'm taking Super Bella to win for Joe Moreira. He's a 2-time winner for Andrew Balding in England, and though yet to win in Hong Kong in 10 starts, he's starting to show better form. He ran a good fourth 2 runs back after being hampered early under Matthew Poon, and again ran well last time with Joe Moreira on board for the first time. He was drawn 4 that day. He's landed gate 4 once again, and he's also well handicapped. He started here off a life of 74. He's now down to 54. And so I'm hoping he's going to take advantage today. There's plenty of alternatives in the race, but Shahrazad's proving very difficult to win with. Everlaugh looks quite exposed now. He's also going from gate 10. And Bright Kid is respected, but he's a habitual slow starter. Always puts him on the back foot in those races. So I'm hoping that Super Bella can win for the Magic Man.
Yeah, that's number 4, Super Bella. Yeah, I agree with you. He is coming back into a little bit of form, and with the Magic Man aboard, just hopefully praying at least for a top ride, and hopefully he'll get the most out of him. I quite liked, from my perspective, horse number 5, Winning Steed. He's done most of his running at Charlton. Last time out, he finished behind a horse called All for St. Paul's. He'd been in some decent form of late, but there was a lack of pace that day, and he had an easy time of things up from the front, the winner did, and nothing really got into it coming from off the pace. It could be a similar situation here, but Winning Steed does have a good draw in stall 1, so if he can get into a good position under Vincent Ho, just tracking the pace maybe, I think he might have a good chance of going very close. So that was the way I was thinking. But yeah, quite a wide open race, I thought, but not an easy start to kick things off with. We then move to race 6, which is 1:15 UK time for the Selkirk handicap. Again, over a mile and 1 furlong this time. And we'll come to Steve here first. Who did you like in race 6, Steve?
I went for Brave King. He was twice a winner in Ireland when he was called Pennsylvania Avenue. He's yet to hit the target here in 14 runs, but he switched stables from Douglas White to Tony Cruz at the end of last year, and his last 3 runs have been far more encouraging. His last run was a very good 5th over the mile here, a place behind Super Bella, so it'll be interesting. Super Bella might give us a good pointer in race 5 to the chances of Brave King in race 6. He's also, like Super Bella, well handicapped now. He started off of a rating of 72, he's down to 57. He's drawn high in 11, but I think it's less significant over the 1800 metres, and Zach Burton is an eye-catching booking. The last time they took the headgear off, which I think is a good move, and they left the headgear off again. So I'm hoping that he can be 15th time lucky, Brave King.
Yeah, that's number 2, Brave King, for Zach Burton and Tony Cruz. Got a bit of a wide draw, which could be a little bit tricky for him, but over the longer distances, it's maybe not necessarily as much as a factor as it would be over the sprint distances. Charene, who did you like in race 6?
In this race, my pick will be number 12, Good Days. He will also from jumping from a wide draw from gate number 9. But we can see that at Happy Valley, there are 2 jockeys that are very specializing in handling the wide draw. One is Zach Burton and the other one is Joe Moreira. So Good Day is good because at this rating of 42, he is competitive. Last time out, he raced over the same course and distance, but that time was in class 5. So this horse had to carry a top weight. He traveled well, but he didn't accelerate well at the final stage. Maybe the top weight is a concern for him. So after running second last time out, he will up to class 4 again on Wednesday night. It is good to see that Good Days will only carry 116 pounds. And Joe Moreira on board again, I think it is quite a good chance for him.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be, I would imagine, up towards the top of the bet. And it was a promising run last time out for Good Days. And yeah, I think he's definitely going to go very close and make the frame. I thought horse number 9 could be interesting here. Perfect play for Keith Young and Casper Founds. I thought off a mark of 44, that wasn't a bad mark if you go back far enough from some of his old form. He actually did win off a mark of 49 around about this time last year at Charene. So on that form, he is potentially off a lenient mark still. He did win a few starts ago, and I thought his last run actually, I thought the jockey that day just went a little bit too early. He had a bit of a wide trip, and he did have a bit of a wide draw, but in a better slot tomorrow, coming out of stall 4, again, if he can be just tracking the pace and play his hand a little bit later, I think he could maybe just come with a good turn of foot and make the frame. But yeah, again, another competitive race, quite a few leading players in here, but yeah, I won't put you off any of the selections. We then round off the triple trio going to race 7, 1:45 UK time for the Durham handicap, over the sprint distance this time of 5 furlongs. Who did we like in this one, Charene?
Yes, this race, my pick will be number 3, Larson. This is quite a small horse, but I think he is very strong because last season when he was 3-year-old, he overcame a wide draw and a heavy weight to win over 5 furlong at Happy Valley in class 3. And however, when he was up to class 2, I was a bit disappointed that because on his performance, he failed to have some breakthrough. So I just wait until his rating drops. So last time out, he was down to class 3 again. And last start was a forgivable one because he is not that good at racing over the Charene strict course. So he will return on Happy Valley on tomorrow night where he has better forms. Matthew Poon on board again, and I'm very confident because he knows the horse well. So I'm looking forward to Larson.
Yeah, number 3, Larson for Charene. Looks like he's back down to a very attractive mark now, and you like to think he will definitely give his running and go very close. Who did you like in race 7, Steve?
I went for Momentum Galaxy with Antoine Hamlin on board. Hamlin was in the saddle 3 runs back when the selection won over the 1200 metres, and he's a horse that's equally suited by the 1000 metres and the 1200. His last win pushed him back into class 3 company, and I was pleasantly surprised by how well he ran behind, when he was 4th behind the very classy Kerpenny, who I think has every chance of winning race 9. That's who I picked anyway. So I think Momentum Galaxy is well drawn in 7, like his chances. And he was also nothing from 14. He only won in Hong Kong in his 15th start, which actually gives more hope to the likes of the Super Bellas and Brave Kings, who just take a bit of time to actually find their feet. I think Nordic Wellstar can also run well. He almost defied Still 12 last time. It's a fantastic run. And Loving a Boom, top weight, but he's been very unlucky because he's bagged gate 12 for the 3rd time in his last 4 runs. So Zach Burton will need all his skills there. But for me, yes, Momentum Galaxy with Antoine Hamelin.
Yeah, so that's number 10, Momentum Galaxy for Steve. I quite like the chances, as you mentioned, of Nordic Wellstar. I thought it was a good run from a really wide draw. Back with a more favourable draw this time from stall 5. That's more workable for him. He's still quite lightly raced in Hong Kong. He's only had 4 career starts actually in Hong Kong. So I think he's just learning on the job, and I think he'll be primed. And I think off a mark official rating of Hong Kong rating of 68, I think there could be some more to come. And he has some decent form if you go back far enough. With Kerpenny, who I think is a really smart sprinter down in Hong Kong, and I think a lot of his form lines actually have been working out quite well. So yeah, for me, that's the way I was thinking. Number 7, Nordic Worldstar would be my selection. Anyway, that rounds off the triple trio races. Before we get to the naps, we'll just take in David's long shot, and hopefully he's got one for us at a big price.
Hey guys, I'm David. Welcome to Happy Valley Race on the 17th March 2021. The value bet I want to share with you today is in race 1, right? So race 1 is running 2,200 meters on the turf. So let me pull up my handicap sheet. So in race 1, my speed figure is showing number 1 and also number 8, right? So my value bet for this race will be on horse number 1, right? I don't know how to pronounce the horse name very well. Nuremberg, right? So in this field, right, based on the speed figure, right, I think, and also the speed map, right. So I look at it. Number 1 should be in a front running position. Is the horse leading in front, and followed by horse number 4 and also number 7, right. So let's look at the horse in details, horse record in details. So for horse number 1, right, this horse, if you look at it, right, it started in racing in year 2000, and it came in as a class 3, right, and all the way it drops to class 5, right. If you look at the racing distance, right, I mean, it didn't do quite well in the early days, right, whereby running a mile and in a sprint distance, but recently it's doing quite well when we gone up in distance, right, especially this race is a very eye-catching run, right. So it ran second and just lost by a neck, right. So with this kind of performance, right, I think and also in the current race 1, right, you get a good draw, like on barrier number 4, right. I think with the speed figure showing that still, above the rest and drop in class, I think this horse stands a very good chance to win this race, right. And in terms of other details that I see, right, like horse number 3 and also horse number 8, right, has the ability to sprint home in this distance, right. But I will say that, with horse number 1, Catch Me If You Can technique, right, you make them very hard to chase. Now let's look at the odds. Okay, so the favorite is number 3, right, and let's look at number 8, Fortune Petrol is paying 5.4. So this horse is paying 5.9, right. I think should be a good consideration, right. So let's give it a shot, no. I wish you guys good luck, and I'll see you again next week.
Okay, so thank you for David with his long shot. This is the favourite part of the show where we give our best bets for the card at Happy Valley. We'll go to Steve first with his nap. Who is the best bet for Happy Valley on Wednesday?
I went for Peak to Peak in race 3. Viva Chef's in the race. I picked him last time on this particular forum, but he ran well in 4th, but I think he's a better horse at the 1,000 metres, and of course we're at 1,200 metres this time. He's reunited with Joe Moreira. He's yet to win in 5 starts, but he's yet to also run a bad race, and he's been keeping very good company. He was second on his penultimate start to the very progressive Everforce, and he's since beat a horse called Spontaneous, and he himself is running in race 4. Peak to Peak was actually hampered in his latest race when a respectable 5th behind Mercurial. Mercurial caused a bit of like a concertina effect under Jerry Chow. He's well drawn this time in gate 4. Two of his likely rivals, just not listing in Master Albert, they're drawn 11 and 12 respectively. And finally, just a quick word about Amazing Night. He was a 2-time winner in England and for William Haggis. But he was disappointing here for John Size, surprisingly. And he ran his first race for his new trainer, Dennis Yip, on the Charene all-weather track last time. He was 6th there, and he's only had 11 career runs. It's far too soon to write him off. But for the here and now, I think that Peak to Peak will come good under Moreira on his 6th start.
Okay, so that's Steve Snaps. Runs in race 3, 11:45 UK time, and that's horse number 4, Peak to Peak for Joel Moreira and Frankie Law. Who is your nap or best bet on the card, Charene?
My best bet will be in race 5, that's number 8 Red Brick Fighter, because just like what we said in the previous section, race 5 is a match that lack of pace. So Red Brick Fighter, one of a big advantage is that he recently is quite consistent and he can jump well. And I also think that Matthew Poon is a very suitable jockey for this horse. And also we can see that Matthew Poon's mounts on Wednesday nights are quite good. So maybe the Hong Kong punters can also have a small bet on the jockey challenge. Matthew Poon will be my pick. So my best bet in race 5, number 8 Red Brick Fighter.
Yeah, Sharene's not straying away there from the triple trio races. Yeah, her nap is Red Brick Fighter number 8 in race number 5, 12:45 UK time. I'm not going away from the triple trio races for my nap. I thought in race 6, number 9, Perfect to Play would be my nap. I just think he, like I said, he was played a little bit too early last time, and in the end, he just couldn't get into it at the crucial stage. He's got a better draw this time towards the inside in stall 4. I think if Keith Young can just get him in a better position, just tracking the pace and pounce at the right time, I think he could just come with a turn of foot that might just put him in a position to win the race. So yeah, maybe a little bit of a bigger price there, but I think he'll run really well, and I'm hoping for a big run. So yeah, that rounds off this week's Happy Valley preview. Hopefully we can find some winners. Also as well, if you haven't done so already, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to Sharene's channel for more Hong Kong related videos, and also as well for more episodes of In the Beer Garden. Also as well, if you want to check out the In the Saddle podcast, we've recorded some Cheltenham previews. Obviously day 1 now isn't valid, but we've still got the remaining 3 days that we've looked at. So if you want to listen to it, there'll be links to it, I imagine, as well in the description box below. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully we can have some winners at Happy Valley on Wednesday, and we'll be seeing you soon.